Hello and welcome to another video here with Club Danube. And today we are at Bora Bora. The airport code is NTTB, and we'll be flying the ATR 72600. Sorry about the audio issues, just sorting some audio issues here. Anyway, let's pick up where we left off. Today we'll be flying from Bora Bora Airport, that is NTTB, and we'll be flying the ATR 72600 version here, the longer variant of the ATR. And I don't know if you guys can pick that up. It is very windy. You can hear the howling of the wind. If you listen closely, it is not a calm day whatsoever. There is a lot of wind, and the takeoff is going to be particularly difficult. Our flight today will oh, there it is. You can hear the wind right there. Our flight today will be from Bora Bora to Moorea Airport, I believe. I hope I'm not butchering the pronunciation there, but from Bora Bora to Moorea. And yeah, the runway at Moorea is quite short, so again, a difficult takeoff because of the winds, and a very difficult landing because of the short runway as well. Combined with the winds, it is going to be a very difficult flight today. In case we can't make the landing at Moorea, if the weather is just too extreme, we will then divert to the nearby airport of Tahiti International Airport. I believe it's called NTAA. So yeah, that is the plan for today, and it's going to be an exciting flight. I cannot promise that I will not crash on the first takeoff attempt, but let's go ahead and try it nonetheless. The wind is very strong. Anyway, let's go ahead here and get the aircraft started from cold and dark. Okay, let's go inside. Let's go to the let's connect our ground power here, open up the cargo doors, the main door, service door, the whole lot. Allow some services to happen while we start up the aircraft. We can prepare, allow the aircraft to be prepared for flight. So yeah, very beautiful livery, very nice patterns on it. Let's go back inside and get the aircraft started now. Batteries can come on. We'll wait for the screens here to boot up before we continue with our startup procedure. Apparently it's very important to do so, to make sure that the two screens boot up before we continue switching on the external power, etc. here. So if you can, if you're just joining us, let's look outside in the meantime. Look at the beautiful scenery that we have after the world update. Not the latest one, the one before, I believe 13 or 12, brought Oceania to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and as a result we can see these beautiful buildings, very nice detail at Bora Bora Airport. Even the sign there, Airport de Bora Bora, very nice. Got a couple of we've got a Jeep here parked ahead of us as well. The screen has loaded up. Let's continue. External power to on. Let's wait for the next two screens to load up while we continue taking a look around us today. Very nice, to say the least. I really like the Jeep right here. Really nice. It should be really fun to fly out of this airport in real life. Anyway, let's wait for the screens to load up before we continue with our checklist. Taking a bit of time here to load. We've got The screen's loaded up now. Just press this warning button so we don't get that going on here. Okay, let's turn our external lights. The navigation lights can go to on, let people know we're in the aircraft. The hydraulic blue pump, auxiliary pump, green pump to on. Prop brake can be switched on for the time being so that we can start off in hotel mode. DC generators 1 and 2 are already on here. Seat belts can come on. Well, why not? No device can also go on. Why not? Emergency exit lights to armed. Windshield heating left and right to on. AC gen. Both of them have been pushed. The annunciator lights here to bright. The oxygen main supply can come on. Let's go ahead and configure our FGCP, Flight Guidance Control Panel, for the ATR. We're not going to bother with the course or heading selector for today. I haven't quite decided which direction to take off from yet, so either way it doesn't really matter for now, so we can do that later. Climb out altitude, we'll set it at just 5,000 feet for today's flight so that we can enjoy the beautiful scenery along the way. Have a look at the very nice islands. So we'll go at 5,000 feet. Nav source is FMS1. There's now no nav programmed in yet, so let's continue. Com and nav radios, let's have a look. There's nothing to check here, just standard stuff. Do the same with the nav. Everything is in order. Let's continue. Let's get our bearing 1 and 2 to display on the PFD right there. You can go ahead and begin programming the McDo. The multi-function control display unit, I believe it is called. I am not sure. Let's begin. Initialize. Position initialization. Get our GPS position here. Sensors can be initialized and we return. Let's go ahead to our performance initialization here. Cruise altitude is 5,000 from our FGCP. It has automatically taken the cruise altitude. Alternate, no need. Let's go towards our weight. Long press our zero fuel weight to get that. Let's do the same with our other weights here. And trim needs to go to 1.1. We can do that, no problem. Let's now go ahead and plan our route. Today we're just going to program our origin and destination. That's about it. No other waypoints. We're just going to be flying visual. It's a clear day. It's good enough for visual flying. So let's go ahead and set our origin. NTTV Bora Bora to NTTM. There it is. Execute. Which runway are we going to be taking off from? We'll come back to this in a minute. So yeah, that's we've got these two done for the time being, and we'll leave it here. We'll come back with the details of the runway in a bit. I'll have to have a look and decide which runway direction to take off and land from. Anyway, let's move on. Let's go back up and select our nav mode here. Make sure it's armed. Oh, we haven't finished programming this, so that's not going to happen yet. Okay, something to remember. Anyway, Let's calibrate our altimeters. Press B as a shortcut, and we have our altimeters set. Pretty much at sea level, I believe, around 10, 15 feet. We shall continue with our startup procedure here. Engine pumps to on. We can put our ignition to start A and start 2 to on. We can monitor the NH here. We have 10%. Let's go ahead and advance our throttle to feather position. Watch the NH climb. We can hear the engine starting up. Obviously, we can't see the propeller rotating because we have our prop brakes on. And yeah, that will release our prop brake after or during pushback. But for now, this is looking good. Let's go back in and turn off our ignition for now. Excellent. External power can come off, and as you can see, the DC generator has begun providing us with power. Excellent. We can now go and remove the ground power. At the same time, we can begin closing the service doors and passenger doors. So let's go ahead and do that. Cargo door closed. Let's get the main door closed. Beautiful. Service door closed. You can get the tail prop to come off. And we can also get our wheel chokes to come off as well. Brilliant. We are now effectively in hotel mode. Okay. Let's go towards our EFIS page here and look at performance, and we need to confirm our takeoff data here, but we can't do that until we've finished our FMC. So what I'll do now is I'll go ahead and check the runway directions that are available to us today, and we will pick one for our takeoff today. Let's go to NTTB. We've got two options, runway 29 or 11. The same runway, different directions. So let's see which one we shall use today. We are currently facing somewhere near, I believe, 15, 16, 160. And that means the runway this way should be runway 11, and this way should be runway 29. I should have checked that before, but you know what? Today's a visual flight. Didn't really bother to do that. My bad. But anyways, I think roughly we know that today we're going to be taking off towards the 110 direction, or in other words, runway 11, which is going to take us that way. So let's go ahead and set that in the FMS, or rather the McDo, as yep, that should definitely be runway 11. So we'll take off from runway 11 here. We've got no transition, nothing. We're just gonna take off straight ahead. We can execute that. As for the landing in NTTM, approach none. I'm going to be doing any of these. Let's see. There's no approach, no procedures, no transition, nothing, except for this one guy here, NDM 12Z, which is the only approach into that particular airport. So we'll take that for now. We will see whether or not we'll actually follow it today. Basically, it's just going to be completely visual. So we can clear this flight discontinuity, execute that, go here, and can also confirm our takeoff data now, I believe. First, let's go back to our okay, we've got a V notes here. Okay, everything is looking good. So let's go ahead and why is this showing? Interesting. Okay, we'll see how this turns out once we have a look at the ND. Anyway, let's confirm our takeoff data. Takeoff data confirmed, and when we do that, you can see the V1 has shown up here. That's good. Let's also go ahead and pre-arm our nav mode here. LNAV is on. Let's also pre-arm our VS for some reason. We'll also give it a initial climb out VS armed as well. Just to... there it is. Excellent. Brilliant. For now, we seem to be okay, and let's continue with our checklist. Let's set our trim to 1.1. Oh, overshot a little bit. Trim 1.1. Excellent. It's very important to have the right trim today, especially in the windy conditions that we're trying to take off in. Otherwise, this thing just won't take off. The runway is also pretty short, especially for an ATR 72. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay, let's continue here with our pushback. We can probably ask for a pushback, and then we can go ahead and turn on our second engine, release the prop brakes, etc. And once that's done, we are ready to fly. Anyway, let's go ahead and get the pushback started, I believe. We will request pushback from the MSFS ATC here today. Let's tune the ground. Ground services. Request the pushback. I always forget whether it is steer to the left or right, but in our case it should be steering to the right. The pushback, this is from the viewpoint of the pushback, so I'll say steer to the right to get us lined up with this taxiway, and from here we will go ahead, take left, taxi onto the runway. We will taxi down the runway, turn around, take off. Wait for this thing to connect. There's always a glitch when this connects usually. Oh, for the first time it connected properly. What are the chances? Release our brake here. Okay, we're being pushed back. I'll actually wait for pushback to finish before starting the engines today. You can go inside and get the beacon light started though. Beacons to on. To the right. That should take us on to the taxiway here. We'll request a stop at any moment. Stop. Just leave it there. Go back inside, get the engine started. Alright. Let's first get the propeller spinning, so press the hydraulic pump switch. Oh, it's not ready yet. Let's go down and press it one more time. There, it's ready. Release brake. Okay. Go outside, we can see the engine propeller start to spin here and gain RPM. While that's happening, alright, let's go back inside. And get the other engine started here. Before we do that, let's just put this on auto. And we have our propeller spinning up. There we are. Let's now go ahead and get the second engine started here. Let's go to start one. On. Wait for our NH here. Put it to feather. Wait for our NP to rise. Make sure that the pumps are running. Yes, they are. Waiting for NP to rise to 10%, and then we will put our condition lever to auto. We have 10% and condition to auto. We can see our second engine propeller start to spin, and we are well underway. Engines have been started. Very nice. Let's go ahead and put the ignition to off. Get the TRU pushed. Get the pitot heats to on. Probe heats. My bad, probe heating. Set the flaps for takeoff here. Do that. There we are. We have our flaps dropping right there. Let's prepare to switch on our... We'll actually go ahead and switch on the transponder right now. The taxi is very short, so we'll switch on the transponder right about now. I think I forgot to set live traffic, so let's just go ahead and inject that right now. My bad. I keep forgetting. Anyway, wheel chokes have been removed. Obviously, we can get our gust lock to come off now. Get our taxi lights to come on. Where are they? Take off the taxi light to on. We can put our... You know what? We can get our landing lights on for now as well. Even the strobe, because the taxi is really short, so we don't need to worry about this. Ah, there we are. We've got some traffic injecting. And would you look at that? It is another Air Tahiti ATR. Parked right there. Nice. Very nice. Let's go ahead and set the target speed before we... We'll set it at 180 and then we'll continue with our taxi here. My bad. Strobe lights are on, takeoff lights are on, and transponder is on. Okay, before we taxi, let's also go ahead and set the ND here, the range to 20, arc format. Let's actually look at the plan format for a second here. Let's see if we can go through the plan here. I think so. I'm not too sure at this point. I am not too sure. Let's actually come here, put the range to 5. Then let's have a look. Maybe that will help us see. Okay. So clearly this is not what I want. I believe. I don't know. Let's have a look. Ta-da-da. There it is. Okay. Okay. What does that do? That CQ12. Come on. Followed by MQ. CQ12. Okay, this is a problem. I don't think this is what we want. I don't think this is what we want. Let's go back here. Let's actually press on a new plan. NTTB to NTTM, that is correct. That is correct. Let's actually go ahead and put in this plan here. We won't use any particular approach. We'll just fly visually and try and land this thing. It's going to be quite difficult here. NTTM. Put that in. And that's it. TTV, we are taking off from runway 11. None of these. That's it. And we're gonna clear this guy, and that's it. That's it. Flight plan is... Wait, what just happened? You know what, this thing is really confusing me. I have an idea. Let's just manually put in... Oh, okay. Anyway, we'll be flying visually, so this shouldn't be too much of an issue. We'll just ignore that for now. Let's actually set this in the ARC format. And I think we're ready to taxi. Let's go ahead and release the parking brakes here. And we are on our way towards the runway. Let's make sure our power management is set to takeoff position. Power management set to takeoff. Okay. We will taxi down the runway, turn around at the end, and perform the takeoff. Taxiing quite briskly here today, and the crosswind is crazy. You'll see it on the windsock. Windsock will show you the crosswind. It's on the other side of the runway, so as we take off, look slightly to your right and you will see the windsock, and you'll have an idea of how bad the weather is. I don't know what happened with the flight planning over there. I think I messed up a little bit, but we're not going to bother with that too much. We are turning onto our runway here, runway 11, as expected. And ladies and gentlemen, we are preparing for a very, very potentially tense takeoff here. Okay, anyway, let's go. Setting power and brakes released, and we are going for takeoff. Ooh. Airspeed is alive, and as you guys can see, we are being pushed. The runway, you see the windsock to our right. Look at the crosswind today. And let us go ahead and slowly lift the nose. And we are up, ladies and gentlemen. Gear up. Just look at that. Crazy. Crazy to say the least. Okay, let's try and maintain somewhat of a stable climb here, despite the 25 knot wind that we are experiencing right now. 20 knot, somewhere there. Continue this. Flaps can come up, although that is a bit early. Nonetheless, flaps can begin to come up. Oh, let's not drop here. Oof. This aircraft is something else. Anyway, yes, we have it under control for now. Set the autopilot on, but for some reason it is dropping. So let me turn on VS here. Come on. Okay. Okay. I think we have it in order right now. Let's put this on climb. Put the power management to climb. And the autopilot seems to have taken over. VS seems to be working. Excellent, let's go outside and have a look. Look at that. We are being hit by a crosswind, clearly. Very, very beautiful scenery here. You guys take a look. Look at that. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Allah has commented and said, beautiful. Thank you very much, and thank you for joining our live stream here today. Feel free to comment, ask questions, and I will be more than happy to get to any queries that you have. And thank you very much for joining me on this live stream today. This flight is far from an ideal flight, and it is very, very choppy. I'm pretty sure they don't take off in such wind conditions. If someone does know, please let me know. However, we're having fun. The whole point of a simulator is to try things that you probably wouldn't do in real life. So here we are. How do you spell Bora? Okay, the airport we are landing in today is actually Moorea. That's right, Moorea. And that's exactly how you spell it, just the way you have spelt it right there in the chat. I actually don't know how to pronounce it. I do know it's French, I believe. So yeah, that's something. But yeah, we're heading there right now. The flight should take roughly 30 minutes to Moorea. Luckily, there is plenty to see along the way, and this aircraft is one that does not let you rest. You always have to monitor it. Remember, it has no auto throttle. That's another thing about the ATR 72, and as you saw, it is by no means an easy aircraft to fly. Just like they say, you know, only legends really fly ATR. Once again, thank you very much, Allah, for joining in on our stream here. Yeah, I think we only have one viewer with us today. That's something. But hey, it is what it is, man. You guys know where to find me. And if you do happen to watch this live stream after it's been live, please do feel free to subscribe. Let me know what you thought about the flight. Comment. I'll be more than happy to read those comments after the live stream as well. I do not, as a matter of fact, I would love to do that. So make sure that you leave any comments, even if you're watching this after it has been live, after it's been uploaded. Anyway, here we are. We've come up to our altitude, the desired altitude of 5,000 here. Our speed is climbing quite briskly, so let's just go ahead and give it a little bit of a throttle control here, and let's have a look at some of our views. Oh my goodness, look at that. That is beautiful. Beautiful. Very nice window view here. Let's look at the other side. Very, very nice. The shallow water is really nice. Let's go outside and have a look, shall we? Oh, incredible. Bit of turbulence as well. You can feel from the cabin. Let's go outside and have a look. That is where we took off from. The runway is right there. That's where we took off from. And now we are flying over a very beautiful island here. I believe they're called the Society Islands, I'm not too sure. And we are flying towards what should be Moorea. Let's actually confirm this on the VFR map, because like I said, I'm not too confident with the flight plan for today. So okay, so the airport we're landing at today is right here. There it is, NTTM. We seem to be heading in the right direction, and so yeah, that shouldn't be big of an issue. If you look at NTTM, so let's look at NTTM. We've got runway 12 and 30, and clearly we will be heading for runway 12. That is this way at this point. We'll see. Probably we'll come in and take a loop like this and land into runway 30 rather than 12, runway 12. We'll see. Depends on how we feel when we reach around that area. But for now, we seem to be heading in the right direction like this. Anyway, speed at 218. We are traveling fast, 5,000 feet. Let's go ahead and enjoy the scenery, which is what this flight is best for. The sun is shining indeed. Alda, thank you for that comment. Of course, if we look to our, there it is, the tropical sun. Well, it's not, is it really the tropics? I don't think so. But anyway, sun over the sea, very powerful, very, very powerful. No clouds, not much anyway, just some in the distance. But as far as we're concerned, between us and the destination, it is VMC, VFR it is. VFR conditions prevail. Calm waters underneath us. Well, fairly calm waters. We can see there's a bit of a wave going on, but very calm overall. Very nice. Look at that. Incredible. Let's have a look at some wing views here. I really love the detail on the lamp. Sorry, not the lamp. What am I saying? On the light, on the nav light. Really nice. Really, really nice. Look at the detail on that. Ah. In this view, we can see the water beneath us. Beacon lights. Hey, what other views do we have? Not many, I'm afraid. Tail view. And that's about it. Really love this view right here. Very nice. See through the cover, basically the glass or fiber, whatever it is, of the navigation light and strobe lights. Really nice. Really nice. Remember, today we're not going above 10,000 feet. There is no need to switch off our landing lights. However, we should probably, there's no need to switch off any lights here. Everything is looking good, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just go in the cabin and see what the passenger is looking at this point. Nothing but the calm waters to our left. Let's look to our right, and again nothing but calm waters. So let's just go back into the cockpit and monitor the flight until we are closer to our destination. It shouldn't take too long today. We are flying fairly quick. 222 knots, which is very nice. However, there is a fairly significant headwind component if you look at it here. So that's something. We might not actually, our ground speed is 226. True airspeed is 244. We are flying fairly quickly. There's nothing to worry about. 83 nautical miles it says to CQ12. Where on earth did I program us? Because 26 minutes? Should it be that far? I have no idea. Anyway, for now we're looking good. The lucky thing is we can always look out the window and see if we have gone too far. for now, we seem to be in order. Now the islands we're supposed to fly to, they haven't come into visual yet. That's where we took off from, behind us, once again. Somewhere there is the runway. That's the island we took off from. And we're flying over another group here, and our destination is here, right there. It's in the horizon, slightly covered by what I would assume is some sort of cloud formation. Very light clouds, but it is in the horizon. From the cockpit, there it is. It is right about there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that is where we are flying into today. Right there. Right there. Okay. Looking good, ladies and gentlemen. There is our destination ahead of us. Let me zoom in. There it is. That is where we are flying today. On the other side of this island, past this mountain ridge, will be the airport we are landing into, which is Moorea. Unfortunately, today my live stream is a little late. And yeah, hopefully you guys can catch this one after it's been uploaded. We are, in case anyone is joining in and has no idea what is going on right now, we've just taken off from Bora Airport using the ATR 72, and we are flying to Moorea, which is just a couple of islands away. In fact, we're looking at that island right now, I believe, or right past it. In case we cannot make the landing at Moorea, we have an alternate in mind, and that will be Tahiti International. So yeah, looking good, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look at the islands we are passing to our left. Look at that. Very beautiful scenery here. Very nice view from the cabin. Very, very nice. Let's look at it from the cockpit. Beautiful is the word right there. Incredible. Go outside and have a look. There it is. And that is why we perform this flight. The views are incredible. Level of detail, MSFS really is astonishing. Anyway, I will also post an edited flight video. One of my regular upload, I will be uploading a flight using this very same aircraft and livery from Bora to Tahiti International Airport. That is our today's alternate. So I'll be posting a video of that on my regular upload, so make sure to catch that. It'll be very, very scenic, and I expect it to have very nice cinematics, so watch out for that video. That'll be fun. But today we are flying into Moorea, and the ATR is very, very, very loud, especially outside. The propellers are quite loud, so hopefully you guys can hear me. Once again, maintaining our altitude of just 5,000 feet today. Enjoying the scenery along the way. There is no need to climb higher. Although we could probably reach a little faster, save a bit of fuel, but not a big concern right now. It's just a short 26 to 30 minute flight. We already have our destination island in sight. Dead ahead, ladies and gentlemen, is our destination island right there. Right there. So we continue this flight here. And yeah. If anyone is just joining us, we are flying the ATR 72-600 from Bora to Moorea today. Beautiful flight over the Oceania region of the world. And it was a very choppy takeoff. Very difficult. With a lot of wind. The landing is expected to be no easier than our takeoff. So exciting flight, whichever way it goes today. So make sure you stick around for that. Let's go ahead and have a look at the ATR's displays that are available to us. Let's see. React mode, radar, stab. Okay, bunch of controls here. Oh, we can even open and close our cockpit door from here. Let's see. Let's see what else is. What is this? Ditching and oh, that's a cabin pressure control. Engine boosts, stick shakers, pecs, anti-skid. Should probably turn that on. Oh, it's already on. Okay. Anti-skid test. Okay, that's not so bad. Take a look at our engine systems. That we can cycle through our systems here. Very nice. Oxygen supply. Flaps, spoilers, hydraulics. As we continue our journey here, we are pretty much all in the hands of the autopilot and everything seems to be going just fine. Our power is set to climb power. We can go ahead and set that to cruise power now. Give the engine a little bit more here. Let's see if we can take that. Maybe not quite as much. Right about there, just to try and speed up our arrival today. As you can see, it is slightly turbulent at the moment on our flight to Moorea. If you guys are new to the channel, please make sure to like this video, subscribe, and make sure you check out our other videos. Very exciting stuff on the channel. Club the Noob. Watch out for the videos. The exciting unreal flights, extreme flights, and jet stunt flights that are coming your way. I know I've been announcing these flights for the past few live streams. Believe me, they're coming. Just they require a little bit of planning at this point. But feel free to check out my other really crazy flights, as well as some regular old ones on the channel. And let me know what you think. Please reach out with comments. I will be sure to reply. And let me know if you guys have any flights that you want me to do in the future. We've got a TCAS showing up an aircraft to our right. Let's look outside and see if we can find this guy. So let's look at some information. It is okay. Up 1,000. I do not see him. I do not see this aircraft. No visuals anywhere. It's funny. Maybe it is quite far. Let's actually go in and see how far it is. 1,213. Oh, okay. Oh, plus 13. It is a couple of nautical miles away from us. So won't be able to see much, I guess. But anyway. Good to know there's some action. Oh, is that an aircraft dead ahead of us? It is. It's an aircraft dead ahead of us. Funny that isn't showing up yet. Seems to be quite close. There's an interesting... Is the TCAS gonna alert us or what? Let's see. That is definitely an aircraft coming straight towards us, I believe. Yes, sir. It is. Most definitely is. And it's showing up right about there. Plus 2,800. 2,800 feet and passing much closer to us. There it is. You can see it from outside. Appears to be another ATR, I believe. Where do you go? Oh, there it is. Appears to be another... It could be another Air Tahiti. It really could be. Yeah, it easily could be another Air Tahiti. Especially judging by the way how the beacons are going about. But yeah, we continue on our journey and our destination is ever so tantalizingly straight ahead of us. And believe me you, we are making progress. I feel like believe me you sounds wrong. You should probably be saying believe you me. Yeah, that sounds about right. But anyway, for those of us who just joined, we're on a flight from Bora to Moorea Airport. I don't know if I'm butchering the pronunciation, but to Moorea Airport. And our takeoff was very, very rough. It was very difficult, but we managed to take off well enough with plenty of wind. And our landing is going to be equally interesting and challenging. It's going to be windy and the runway is short too. So please make sure you stick around for that landing. And yeah, apart from that, we are cruising right now at 5,000 feet only to allow us to enjoy the views. We did fly over a couple of islands, excuse me. But for now, we're just flying over the open ocean. Nothing to see. The open ocean. But soon we'll be passing over the island on which we will land. And our journey for the day will come to a successful end, hopefully. All our systems look good. Speed looks good. We are traveling quite close to maximum operational speeds here. Plenty of turbulence as well. Not too bad, but you know, plenty nonetheless. Our speeds are quite fast, which is what we want. We don't want to be taking too long on this flight because there isn't much to do in between. Just looking forward to that exciting landing. Roughly 8 minutes from our destination here. We seem to be making up good ground. Flying at full throttle. In our cruise power management mode. Everything is looking good, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Did make an error, or what seemed like an error when we were planning in our flight plan in the McDo. However, for now we seem to be perfectly on track towards the airport, and we seem to be facing the runway direction of 120, bearing 120 is the runway we seem to be heading towards on the airport, that is. Obviously the current heading we're flying is 103, but the runway we're landing on is on our 120 orientation right now. We also have the option of going around and landing in from the runway 30, which is opposite to the 12 direction. Whichever looks appealing to us once we come in for the approach, we'll perform that landing. Whichever is more enjoyable, more scenic, whichever will allow us to enjoy our flight more, we will perform that landing, 12 or 30. We might land in from direction 120 or 300, yet to be decided. ...230 knots now, ground speed of 230, true airspeed of 250. We're making some good way here. We are also facing a headwind. We're flying into the wind. And that definitely something to watch out for. So probably if we land in the direction 120 onto runway 12 at Moorea, we'll have the headwind to our favor. But if we land on 30, obviously we will be landing into a tailwind. That's assuming that the winds won't change when we come into land. But yeah, we'll see. It's preferable to land into the wind, especially because the runway is really short. I believe it's 4,000 feet and some change at Moorea, so that is a short runway. Although the ATR is capable of stopping quickly, this is the ATR 72. It is not as easy to land, especially under windy conditions. So that's something to take note of today. Something that seems to favor landing in runway direction 120, or in other words, the runway 12, instead of runway 300. Sorry, 30. Okay. We seem to be coming up on the island here. Let's actually verify where we are by looking at the VFR map really quickly here. Yep, that is where we're landing today. So it's right about there. So I think we'll have to go in directly for a landing rather than loop around and come, because we do not have the headwind if we loop around and approach it from the 300 direction. We do not have the wind on our side. So I think it's looking as if I will perform the landing on runway 12 from direction 120. Once again, please, if you are new to the channel, leave a like, subscribe, and please feel free to comment what videos you would like to see next, which aircraft you would like to see me fly, and destinations, weather conditions, whatever you'd like to see. Please leave them all below, leave them all, and I will be sure to respond and attempt to perform as many of the requested flights as possible. So yeah, if you haven't checked out our channel, please do check out my channel. It has a lot of nice videos so far, still small obviously, trying to reach 500 subscribers here. Subscribe will go a long way, so please do, if you don't mind, leave a like and subscribe to my channel to keep me motivated to post more content and perform as many live streams as I possibly can. To those of you who tuned in, thank you very much once again. To those of you who watch it once it's uploaded, post live, thank you for your viewership. I appreciate you viewing my videos. Hope you enjoyed it today. Okay, we are clearly coming in on the runway here. And what I'll do here is we'll actually go ahead and perform the actual... We'll actually go ahead and land in runway direction 30. I know that's not advisable, but let's just go ahead and do it. Why not? We'll go in at 3,100 feet, VS 1K. We'll actually go ahead and perform this actual... You know what? Yeah, this is a confusion. Let's actually go ahead and land straight in right now. How about that? Let's attempt that right now. Autopilot disengaged. Descending. Attempting to line up with runway. If the first lineup attempt is unsuccessful, we can always just go around and, you know, we don't want to perform. We don't want to perform a forced landing that is way too risky without having a proper established approach. The worst part is there is a wind going, the ATR is difficult to fly as it is, and the runway is extremely short as well, so that is triple trouble. And we are quite fast at the moment, so let's go and try and slow that down a little bit. The trim setting is also not ideal. That doesn't help. That doesn't help at all. Okay, let's go ahead and make that turn. Drop the gear right about now. Too fast for gear, I believe. Let's perform this fly over the airport just to have an idea of where on earth the airport actually is. I've never actually flown to this airport before. Where's something? We'll actually use the VFR to tell us where exactly. Ah, well, yeah. The airport is on the other side. I do not think landing from this direction is possible. So let's actually go ahead and give it some power. We'll use our current altitude to gain a nice understanding of where the airport is. I've actually never flown this route. Keep a bit of trim up. We are descending a little too low. There we are. That's much better. A bit of trim down, bit of trim up. There it is. Okay. Let's have a look at the airport before we decide to land. We'll just run. There it is. There is the airport actually. Let's see if I can make this landing. See the runway in sight. Gear being lowered right now. Okay, I think we'll easily make it. We have runway in sight. Flaps to takeoff position first, 15 degrees. We will then select our flap position of, actually put the power management to takeoff here. And let's also lower the flaps to landing position, or in other words, 30 degrees flaps selected. Let's see if we can get a playback agent to... Okay, there we are. Let's see. Will I make this landing? Good question. Very good question. Will I make this landing? What do you guys think, ladies and gentlemen? Please feel free to comment. I don't even think anyone's watching at this point, but anyway, I think one viewer is with us. Or maybe not. No. No one is with us. Okay, landing seems to be a problem here. So adjust the trim a little bit more in my favor here. Okay. 500 feet, and for some reason FPS is messing with me. And a speed warning. Okay. Speed warning continues. Throttling down. Oh, this is tough. This is tough. We just keep getting pushed up.
200.
This is tough.
50, 40, 30.
Okay, this is not gonna happen, is it?
30, 20, 10.
Okay. Okay, that was not a good landing by any means. But lucky for us, we have successfully made a landing. And yeah, that was not easy. Not easy at all. I didn't see the wind toward the end, but definitely wasn't in our favor. And the runway is very, very short. So let's just taxi back downwind. Probably should have landed from 30. Nonetheless, we are on the ground now. We'll have a look at the replay if possible. Have a look if we have replay available, and if we can take a look, we'll have a look. See how bad that landing actually was. Let's try and taxi quickly here. Okay, here we are. Let's turn left. Oh, there's a big X mark over there. I guess no. I guess we'll just go ahead and taxi in from the next taxiway. There it is. Very nice scenery. Beautiful airport. As small as it is, very, very beautiful. Let's go ahead and have a look at that terrible landing. Anyway, I'm not too shocked. It was very, very tough, and I'm glad we got on the ground. Probably should have gone for a go around while I had the chance, but you know, don't think it was gonna be. Well, it would have been easier if I tried it from the other side, I'm sure. But anyway. It is what it is. Let's go ahead and park up the aircraft and have a look at our replay here. Okay. Let's go ahead and park up our aircraft. And we have parked our aircraft right ahead of the Arrivée sign. Arrivals right there. Okay, let's have a look at our replay first before we shut down the aircraft. Let's have a look at the replay from the passenger's point of view, I guess. So we'll go ahead and take a look at the replay right now. Rewinding. Rewinding. Give me a second while I rewind to have a look at how we actually ended up landing, which is by no means, it was not a smooth landing at all. Okay, we'll just view it from right about here. Let's have a look at how we landed. There it is. Okay, coming in over the very... I'm not pleased with that frame rate there. It's funny. Need to go and look at what is causing my frame rate to drop. But anyway, look at that. Very, very nice. Coming into land, and let us see what happened during the landing here. As you guys saw, that was not a smooth landing by any means. However, glad to have made it on the ground under the conditions. And it is a very difficult flight. I encourage you guys to try it. It really is very nice. And it helps you hone your skills. Anyway. Oh, very nice. Beautiful views here. The detail is incredible. Alright. Let's actually go ahead and continue seeing this taxi in before we go ahead and shut down the aircraft. But anyway, that was our flight from Bora to Moorea Airport. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That was certainly an interesting one. Not the best flight ever, but definitely something very, very interesting. And I do not think this is a flight that's attempted under the conditions that I just flew it in. That's quite crazy. That landing was not easy at all. It was a very hard landing, to say the least, but at least under all realistic conditions, we didn't crash the aircraft. And yeah, I'm flying with full realism, everything set to max realism as much as possible. So I'm glad I didn't crash it. Glad we survived, and yeah, probably a little worse than any landing I've been in, although I've been in landings quite close to that, especially with the regional carriers. But yeah, that was an enjoyable flight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Plenty of it. This taxi scenery, just the taxi scenery is incredible. Very, very nice here. Can't get enough of it. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and shut down our aircraft now. After shutdown, we will have a drone view of the airfield, and then okay, parking brakes to on. Let's have our condition levers down. Ground power connected. Let's go ahead and switch to ground power. Let's go ahead and switch off all of these things we do not need anymore. Let's go to the gust lock here. Turn that on. Go back to the pedestal, turn off our engines. No other aircraft parked here. That's interesting. I have live traffic going on, but no other aircraft. Intéressant to say the least. Anyway, let's see. Let's go ahead and go inside and shut down the aircraft. Okay, give me a second while I fumble around with this hot tea. Anyway, let's go ahead and shut down the aircraft to the west. We're basically just gonna go in reverse order here. I'm not really looking to perform it accurately. Just turn off some of that. You can turn off that to that. We can disarm that. The lights can come off. All the lights can be switched off, apart from the navigation lights, because obviously we're still in the aircraft, but we can actually switch that off as well. Not a problem. Not a problem. Get the doors open. We can turn the oxygen supply to off. Anything else to switch off here? I don't think so. Oh, the TRU can be removed as well. Battery can actually be switched off. We have a logbook there. And everything is looking good. Let's go to our tablet here, put the wheel chocks, open up all the doors. And look at that, would you? Go inside. Let's actually disconnect our ground power as well. Released. Ladies and gentlemen, we have completed our flight for today from Bora, and as you can see, the howling wind. Again, look at the windsock right there. Look at the windsock and the conditions we landed in today. Look at that. Look at that. We landed from that direction. That is crazy. It's very similar to the condition we took off in. Incredible that we even made it without crashing the aircraft. Crazy flight to attempt on Livestream, by the way. Glad I did it though. Glad I did it. And that's what we do at Club Danube. Push the limits. That's the whole point of a simulator, right? To try those things that you probably wouldn't do in real life, I guess. So anyway, we have completed this flight today. Look at that beautiful airport. Very, very nice. Nice. Anyway, let's close our doors and then we will go outside. Leave the wheel chocks on. Leave the parking brake on as well. I forgot to switch on the parking brake. There's something, isn't it? Oh, parking brake was set to my bed. There it is. Beautiful aircraft. Let's see if the wheel chocks are in place. Yes, they are in place. You can see that. Very thin. Hard to notice. Let's go ahead in the drone view and we can wrap up today's video. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. And Allah, thank you so much for your interaction and your comments today. You were the only one today, but glad to have you on board. And Allah has given me the emoji to show his appreciation. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining us. And yeah, thank you for sticking around. And I hope anyone watching this flight enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. And with that, we'll wrap up today's video. And I'll see you in the next live stream and other videos in my regular uploads as well. Thank you very much and have a good day.